So this season we've been all over the country touring football stadiums, learning a bit about the ground and of course about the club. Now, it has become a bit of a running joke on the channel. Wherever I go, I always say I've got a soft spot for that club. I've always had a soft spot for Queen's Park Rangers. I've always had a slight soft spot for Crystal Palace. Now, I've always had a soft spot for Southampton. Always had a soft spot for Forest. But today is very different. Now, you know, I grew up in the 90s during the early years of the Premier League, and I was very much caught up as a 90s kid in that new glitz and glamour the Premier League provided. So clubs who weren't in the Premier League, such as today's club, clubs with history, big clubs with a big fan base who weren't in the Premier League, those clubs often went over my head as a kid. Understandably, you know, I was like 5, 6, 7, 8. I was very young, but now I'm older. I'm trying to do some justice to those clubs. And you might recognise the streets I'm on at the moment because we have been here before. These streets look a little bit like Coronation Street, but we're not in Manchester. We're nearby because, ladies and gents, we've returned to... You might be able to see it in the distance. It's a sunny yet cold day here in Burnley. Now, we were here at Turf Moor as we saw Burnley beat Sheffield United 5-0. So I'm hoping today we bring some good luck to Burnley because they definitely need it at the moment. You can see the Mission to Burnley mural in the background. Now, we also watched Burnley on an away day at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium a couple of months ago in the FA Cup. Unfortunately, Burnley lost that game 1-0. But I thought, do you know what? The people of Burnley have been so kind to me. They've been very warming. And I've definitely got a soft spot for Burnley. So much so, actually, I think the feeling might be mutual because Burnley Football Club reached out to me a few days ago and said, Roy, how about checking out our new Jimmy Mac suite? What about a bit of hospitality for Roy's Football Paradise? You can show your audience, the Burnley fans, our new lounge. And yeah, the kind people at Burnley reached out and basically invited us guys to check out Burnley Football Club, Turf Moor, hospitality, which I'm very much looking forward to. I've got a blazer in the car. I don't generally get suited and booted, but I've gone for a smart casual look, which is definitely an improvement on my scruffy 90s clobber that I normally wear. What we're going to do, I'm going to get that blazer on, then we're going to head over to Turf Moor, get a few shots of the ground, build up the atmosphere, and then we're going to get all posh, guys, because we're going to the Jimmy Mac suite. It's going to be a good day. Here we go then, guys, back with the dead mouse, as you like to call him. He's not dead, he's very much alive. If you want to give my little Mr. Mouse friend, if you'd like to give him a name, drop us a comment below. But here we are. Take a screenshot of this moment, guys, because it's one of the only times you'll see me in a bloody blazer. This is about as smart as it gets. And I'm heading down now towards Turf Moor because I'm going to meet the kind people at Burnley who've invited us today. And they did say they're going to show us around the ground. There are parts of today which, out of respect, I'm not going to film, but I'm going to try and give you as much of an inside look as to the new lounge, of course. It's kind of got a bit of a sports bar feel, but also aspects of Turf Moor, of Burnley, that you wouldn't normally see on a regular match day. So let's get in there. Hello, Bertie. Hey, come on. What's your score prediction, mate? What are we saying? 4-0. You've only got 4 fingers. So the Jimmy McIlroy Suite is of course located in the Jimmy McIlroy stand. Now this stand is named after definitely Burnley's greatest ever player, Northern Ireland international Jimmy McIlroy. He played for Burnley 497 times, he scored 131 goals, and rightfully the stand and the suite of course is named after him. He passed away unfortunately in 2018, but his memory will live forever at Turf Moor. Now there are numerous hospitality suites at Turf Moor. I had the pleasure of being shown round all the inside of Turf Moor, including all the hospitality suites. There are lovely suites. There are suited and booted style suites. There's an 1882 suite. Now this is called the 1882 suite because of course Burnley Football Club was founded in 1882. We mentioned they're rich in history as they are one of the founding members of the Football League in 1888. They can also claim to have won the top flight of English football not once but twice, in 1921 and in 1960. They also won the FA Cup in 1914. Burnley have the claim of being one of 5 clubs to have won all 4 English Football League divisions, Premier League, Championship, League 1 and League 2, or whatever they were called at that time. Burnley were one of the 5. Can you name in the comments below the other 4 to win each and every one of the Football League divisions? Let us know in the comments below. Yes, Burnley have had a tough time, a tough run of results this season in the Premier League. Today wasn't that much different, but do not forget that Burnley, as I said, are rich in history and have had loads of success over the years. We'll get on to more of Burnley's history in the video in a moment.
Good afternoon. Programme for you.
Thank you, Colin. Very kind.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you very much. So here we go then guys, enjoying this Jimmy Mac suite. I'm here with Mr. Mouse, the world's smallest microphone again. Name him in the comments below. I'm enjoying a pint, only the one, because we're driving. Now what I love about this suite, what I love about this hospitality lounge is the fact that it's more catered to your working class type, like myself. This isn't like a suited and booted lounge. There are various hospitality lounges if you enjoy more of a suited and booted experience. A posher lounge. This is more of your down-to-earth, almost sports bar feel. You've got basically nice, kind of fancy versions of traditional English match football food. Like I'm enjoying a sausage bap, you can get a pie, you can get chips, you can get all the stuff you would want on match day. But I think this suite very much bridges the gap between your standard seat, your working class man that wants to sit, formally on the terraces, and then a posh hospitality. This is somewhere in between, really good value for money. And apparently, according to staff, I need to try a traditional drink, a traditional Burnley drink that is drunk at half time. I've completely forgotten the name of the drink, but we will try out that very drink at half time. So I'm going to continue enjoying some of the food and drink, and I'll catch up with you in a bit.
will remain anonymous. You can also approach near a steward or make a report via the Kick It Out. This is Bournemouth lineup as follows. In goal, number 1, the captain, Neto. Number 3, Milos Kerkez. Antoine Semenyo. Number 25, Marcus Senesi.
Right then guys, here we go. Our first padded seat experience here at Rice Football Paradise. The sun is shining. It's not that cold anymore. I'm full up on buffet and lager, and I'm very much looking forward to today's game. Today's game is on the Super Sunday. It's the leading game to the Manchester Derby. I think if there's ever a chance for Burnley to pick up some points and try and get out of this relegation scrap, it is today. Bournemouth have been fantastic this season. They beat Man United 3-0 at Old Trafford. But I've just got a feeling that we're here. Rice Football Paradise are here, and we're going to bring Burnley some good luck. I'm actually going to go for my score prediction today. Burnley 2, Bournemouth 1. 2-1 win here today at Turf Moor. We've been given a team sheet. Let's just have a little look at the team sheet. Yeah, that team sheet fills me with confidence. You will get given a team sheet, guys, if you're doing hospitality. I think given a programme as well. I haven't picked up mine yet. Look at this view. Let me spin the camera around. Both sets of teams warming up. Remember last time we were here at Turf Moor? We were behind the kids, behind the mascots. Bertie over there.
He's a knob.
Goal scorer for Bournemouth, number 19, Justin Clivert.
Right then guys, so the drink I was talking about earlier is Benny and Hot. Benedict and Hot? I think it's a traditional drink from the area, this part of Lancashire. Something to do with World War One. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but this is traditional Burnley drink. Let's taste test it for the first time. Yeah, really nice, really nice. It is literally boiling hot, which is perfect on a day like today. I've come in a little bit early. I'm looking past the camera because we're still on the tail end of the first half. Burnley are very unlucky to be 1-0 down at half time. Obviously our score prediction was 2-1, so there's still a possibility of that happening. But Burnley have pretty much had the whole of the play, most of the possession. They just cannot seem to put the ball in the back of the net. They're just, here we go, here we go. No, I think it is going to be a 1-0 half-time scoreline. But yeah, Burnley have had most of the play. Very, very unlucky to be 1-0 down at half-time. So whilst it's half-time, let me just show you what Burnley Football Club have kindly provided us today, guys. We've got a Burnley hat. Programmes come complimentary when you do pay for hospitality here at the Jimmy Mac Lounge. It's a cheeky little sack. I thought they were going to be biscuits, but they're actually coasters, which is perfect timing because we are sorting out the new Football Paradise HQ. We've got a bit of a bar area on the go, so those coasters will do just nicely. Thank you very much, Burnley. And last but not least, what do we have here? I actually don't know what these are. What are these? I think it goes like that. Ladies and gents, what's that? What is that? I really don't know. I'm sure it'll come in handy though. They were. My mum's a Villa fan. She's just rang me up. I said, she goes, oh, Villa were lucky last night. I said, they were 2-0 up. So if this hospitality experience is something that would take your fancy, there is a link in the description below as to how to book. You can book online, you can book over the phone, you can even send Burnley Football Club an email. I've mentioned it again throughout the video. It very much is bridging the gap between your standard seat, your working class traditional seat at a football match, And then the posh hospitality, it's something I've really enjoyed. And yeah, just check out the link if it's something you would enjoy too. Prices start from £50, so it's very affordable. But whilst I was in this lounge, I got chatting to some of the Burnley fans. I got chatting about the club, its history, and I was shocked to hear when one fan who was sat behind me told me that originally Burnley played in blue and white, similar to their arch rivals in the East Lancashire derby, Blackburn Rovers. And I was even more shocked to hear that Burnley were originally called Burnley Rovers. Who would have thought that? I did a quick check on Wikipedia and that guy is correct. Again, let us know in the comments below if both him and Wikipedia are incorrect. But it's not just blue and white Burnley played in. Prior to like 1910, Burnley played in numerous colours, numerous styles of kit. They had a pink and white striped kit. They had a claret and white strip, I think it was, or a claret and amber strip. They had a black and amber strip. They played in all sorts of colours. I think they played in red for a while, possibly green. But apparently, again, according to this guy, and again, according to Wikipedia, I swear he's wrote the Wikipedia article, they adopted the famous claret and blue as a tribute to Aston Villa, who'd won the English Football League, the top flight, the year prior. Seems like something that would just never be done in 2024. But again, Burnley fans, let us know in the comments below. Are you the Clarets off the back of Villa? Seems crazy, but maybe it is true. So Burnley have played here at Turf Moor almost since their founding date of 1882. They've played at Turf Moor since 1883. So for years and years they've been playing their football here. So it's not only Burnley Football Club that are rich in history, Turf Moor has seen it all. It was originally used for kind of various types of sports, mostly cricket, hence the cricket end at Turf Moor. It's now sponsored. But Burnley have been playing here since 1883 and the current capacity at Turf Moor is just under 22,000. Right, so what a roller coaster day it's been. The hospitality has been absolutely delightful. So much, I enjoyed it so much, I've even brought some scran. So let's end this video on a high. Burnley did have a lot of possession. They were maybe unlucky to lose 2-0, but I always think, do teams like really, when they think about it, fear relegation as much as maybe they should? Because just look at Leicester at the moment. I know they've had a couple of dodgy results themselves, but Leicester relegated last season, straight back up. The last time Burnley were relegated from the Premier League, straight back up. They had a fantastic season last season. You know, they've been unlucky when you're down at the bottom. Things don't necessarily go your way. That second goal by Bournemouth deflected and in. The first half, pretty much the only shot Bournemouth had, they scored. Granted, they took their chances and Bournemouth, as I keep saying, are a great team this season. But if, just if, worst case scenario, Burnley do get relegated, I don't think it's the end of the world. Fans, you've got lots to look forward to. You've got a possible championship winning run like you had last season. You've also got the possibility of facing your arch rivals, Blackburn, and we all know what an incredible game Burnley versus Blackburn is. I mean, we spoke to a lot of fans, Southampton fans, Norwich fans this season, who actually say they prefer being in the Championship because they like seeing their team win. They don't want to see their team get battered week in, week out. So if worst case scenario, Burnley do get relegated, you can still visit Turf Moor because there's loads of good times ahead, loads of good matches to be played at Turf Moor. And remember, it's about experiencing English football culture, and Turf Moor is definitely full of culture, full of history, and so is Burnley Football Club. When we say a club is at the heart of the community, that is never more true than when we talk about Burnley Football Club. Now, Burnley is one of the most well-supported clubs per capita. To break that down, what that means is, say, 20,000 out of the 22,000 people watching the game today, say they're Burnley fans. According to Wikipedia, Burnley, the town, only has around 73,000 people in it. So 20,000 out of 73,000 people is massive, a massive percentage. Granted, not everyone lives in Burnley. A lot of people travel to the game. Burnley are well supported outside of Burnley as well. They've got lots of supporters clubs, but a lot of people travel to the game from outside, like me and like King Charles III. Oh yes, our current king. is indeed a Burnley FC fan. So there you are, guys. If it's good enough for the king, it's good enough for me, and hopefully it's good enough for you. Regardless of what happens this season, check out Turf Moor, as King Charles has done in the past. Check it out. It's definitely worthwhile, and I'd like to thank the people at Burnley for inviting us up for today's video. If you've enjoyed the video, guys, make sure you gently tap that like button, subscribe if you're new, and check out some of these videos next to me right now. Mr. Mouse is getting tired, so we better go. I'll see you in one of those videos.